Hi, I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick, but this is 10 Minutes with Nick standing up. Why? That's a great question. Well, yesterday I managed to pull something in my back, and so when I sit down, it is very difficult for me to get up. And so today we are going to just stay up and stay standing. Let me be clear about that. We're going to stay standing because if I say stay up, some people are going to get the wrong idea from that. And I don't wish to give the wrong impression. This is a family friendly podcast. Speaking of which, thank you to the 31 people who subscribe to the podcast. As always, if you want to join the family, like and subscribe. Wait till the end. Wait till you decide if you like what I'm saying or not. I don't know that I'm that interesting. I enjoy hearing myself talk. I have a problem. Thank you for joining me in pursuit of my problem. Anyway, today we're not talking about. I have podcasts where I give dating advice, and I don't want to give dating advice today because I'm literally talking down to you. For those of you on the Spotify who aren't watching videos, I am literally looking down at the camera. So I don't want to seem like I'm being condescending to anybody today. It's much easier to give advice when you're sitting down and you're more equals. Today, we're just going to talk about my dating experiences in LA. Frankly, they're lackluster. That has nothing to do really with LA. My dating experiences back in my hometown were also lackluster. But also, that's because, hang on, I gotta put something away. I have ADD, it's fine. But my dating experiences in my hometown were also lackluster. That has nothing to do with the women I dated. It more just has to do with the result of the dating, which is that I don't have a wife at this point in my life. Which I suppose is not that bad. It means I can pursue the things I want to pursue, but obviously it means I'm doing it solo. Um, I don't really have a good joke for solo. There could be a Star Wars joke in there someplace. But why is dating nowadays so weird? And I know that well, for me, dating for me should be weird because I need a haircut desperately. Put my hat back on. But why is dating so weird? Well, part of the reason is because we've become obsessed and really found that the only way to meet new people is through these horrific inventions called dating apps. Now, dating apps or dating applications, I'm just being a prick when I say that. It's really just dating apps. Uh, Take your pick Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, whatever new ones they cook up, they're all basically the same thing. You throw your hat into a pool of thousands of people and hope somehow you manage to stand out to someone you also find interesting. Right. My friend, I don't identify people on here, but my friend made a good point. It's really not dating so much as it is gambling. It's more akin to that little lever machine you pull and you get the three things and you try and get the jackpot. You very well might hit the jackpot. My friend whose wedding I officiated, he hit the jackpot. He found a great girl, and they're now married. I officiated that wedding, and I have reason to suspect they will have a long and happy marriage. But it's interesting that it's really more gambling than it is dating. Actually, all dating apps, almost universally dating apps. I don't know about the new ones so much, but I know at least the major three, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, they're billion-dollar businesses and they're on the New York Stock Exchange. And I mean, they make bank. Why? Because they sell you the idea of access. There's an interesting concept. They sell you the idea of access. The platform is not designed for you to actually get off the platform. The platform is designed for you to buy their products that will give you greater visibility into the pool of dating applicants to the beautiful men or women, whatever you prefer to chase, will give you access to that. Right. You might say on the outside looking in, well, that's clearly bullshit. Pardon my French. But it's also clearly not. If you don't put your hat in the ring, that's the way they've done a great job of altering our culture to make that the preferred way of meeting people. The idea of being able to screen potential partners for both interest and for looks and to make sure that they're not catfishing you in the internet age. I mean, that is a very powerful model. So they have something right in that sense. But the struggle with it is that you can throw yourself into that dating pool all you want. You could end up not being shown to anybody, or you could have people just randomly just keep swiping left on you. You never know, right? And so it can feel like you're shouting into a void. Like it can literally feel like you're just standing in a room where somebody told you that everybody would be and nobody's there. If I had the technical skills to do this right now, I could add like a cool animation where like a stick figure walks into a room and is like, hello, and just hears the echo, hello, hello, hello back. I don't have those kinds of skills because, well, quite frankly, the internet is not my forte. I have many fortes. I have many skills. Internet is generally speaking not one of them. I found a website where I could do my podcasting relatively. This is like podcasting for dummies. And really, it's more just me saying things into the camera. I used to think lifting was a forte, and then I lifted my back out of place. And well, frankly, here we are speaking down into the camera. But it's interesting that these are billion-dollar businesses. Why? Because they've made it so that they are the only way to meet people. They've adjusted the culture. And how did they do that? Well, they guaranteed that they took what was already sort of happening with the millennial generation. They were sort of leaning into the internet and leaning into text communications. They were like, well, why don't we just move that idea into the dating world rather than being confident in meeting people in real life? What if we just put that on the internet, but then also helped shift the cultural paradigm so that people were only comfortable meeting people on the internet? Well, that doesn't sound like helping people connect. That sounds like a genius business model. Ladies and gentlemen, I actually have no idea what the makeup of the people who subscribe to this podcast is. I feel like it's a makeup of different genders. I know at least one man listens to the podcast on YouTube anyway. And I know at least 2 or 3 women listen to the podcast. Frankly, I don't know why. I don't say that many things that are interesting. But anyways, I submit to you that when you look at these dating apps, we're both better off if we were able to get rid of them and for the time being stuck with them. Because people just like it is that much harder to meet people in real life because they've shifted the culture away from meeting people in real life. And why have they done it? There's a massive financial incentive for them to do it. You get on these apps and they make sure that the only way for the apps, at least on the male side, to work beneficially for you is to make sure that you're paying for them. These guys are billion-dollar businesses. They trade on the stock market for levels that you wouldn't think that a dating app. They're not even dating apps anymore. They're technology companies. Everything becomes a technology company eventually in today's day and age. That's what they are. They don't benefit from you finding that special someone. They benefit from you staying engaged on their app and paying them those sweet, sweet monthly fees. I would like to say that I have a solution. I would really like to say I do, but I don't. Because meeting people in real life, it was always, as I've said before, it was always hard. But nowadays, people are almost afraid. And you don't just change fear. Like you can't just magic wand away fear and just be like, well, clearly, well, why don't you just do this? You can't logic that away. No, what's the real solution here? If you know, tell me, please. Leave it in the comments because I'm at a loss. I'm stuck in these dating apps. You're stuck in these dating apps if you're dating. And we're just sort of stuck. I would like to say I had a good solution because these are massively profitable companies that I think need to be broken up a little bit. But I don't. I don't have a good solution. All I can offer you is this. If somebody walks up to you in public and introduces themselves, just don't be scared. Stop with the fear. I can't give you a logical explanation as to why you shouldn't be afraid, and I can't logic away all of the things that have happened or all of the things that you see in the news. I can't. We're all a little bit stuck with them. But I can tell you this. You just never know. And of course, you can always say no. That's all I got for you today. I'm going to go stretch my back out. Great talking to everybody. If you liked what you heard, like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, well, go spend some time on a dating app, I guess. I don't know. That was not a great exit. But anyways, I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick. Have a great day.